Hi everyone, Wake in the Uptano here, the internet's busiest music nerd, and it's time for a great albums roundup, going over some of the best releases from the past month or so, talking about them quick in brief here, listing them out in the D-Box so none of them fall through the cracks for you. Please check out any of these records that may have slipped by you. I highly recommend them. Without any further ado, let's start. First one we are talking about here is the brand new 100 gecs project, 10,000 gecs. That's right, the follow-up to their breakthrough debut. They have multiplied the amount of gecs by 10 this time around. But most importantly, I think the two have proven that as far as music duos go, they are one of the most adventurous, but also silliest out there to date, with, yes, a lot of clever, tongue-in-cheek, and absurd song topics and production throughout the album, but stylistically and aesthetically, what gecs offer on this project is still pretty fun, still pretty groundbreaking, still pretty out there, genuinely. If you're seeking a pop experience that will blow your mind, make you laugh, and maybe confuse you a little bit as well, definitely check this record out. Following this, we have the new Liturgy album 93696, which is the biggest and most progressive and ambitious and most retrospective and most just mind-blowing and expansive release from the experimental New York metal outfit to date. Ravenna Hunt Hendricks has truly outdone herself this time around, not just in terms of the size and scope of this project, as much of the material here does kind of revisit, rejuvenate, and creatively rehash a lot of old Liturgy material, but also the mountains of orchestral instrumentation incorporated into these tracks is very beautiful. It's stunning, kind of feels like the final vision of the Liturgy project coming into view, and frankly, it's been an amazing thing to watch it grow up until this point, and if you take the time for yourself to sort of observe the magic going on with this project, make sure you set aside the time to do so, as this is a pretty lengthy and dense listen. All right, next up, we have the new Danny Brown and JPEGMAFIA collaboration crossover, Scaring the Hose. Considering the weirdo bona fides of both of these dudes, of course, they are like peanut butter and jelly on this damn thing. Not just in terms of their respective rap styles, but also, of course, the production on this project, which, of course, with it being Peggy's, he sounds fantastic over it. Danny sounds at home as well. It's collaborative chemistry in the weirdest and purest sense. Plus, the track list on here offers one left field banger after another. It's wild, it's over the top, it's freaky, and scary, as advertised. Also loving, miraculously, the new Lana Del Rey project. Did you know that there is a tunnel under Ocean Blvd, which I think is Lana's best record to date? Not only are the performances on this thing super solid, the instrumentation is gorgeous, but on top of it, the song topics and lyrics are handily Lana's most personal in her entire catalog, delving into her own perceptions of her brand and her success, her loved ones, her family. She also creatively bounces back and forth through this dynamic of wanting to be this clean, traditional American woman, but also somebody who plays it pretty fast and loose with life. I think this album is a really great show of her artistic evolution over the years, and yeah, again, I think it's her best. Also want to shout out this new Hers Collective record. If you're seeking a metalcore record, a power violence record, a grindcore record that is going to absolutely smother you with aggressive drums, crushing riffs, and maybe also some radical politics, some justice, some equality, with a fantastic feature list, look no further than this record. It is a ripper from start to finish, totally brutal, totally exhilarating, and easily one of the best loud rock offerings you're going to hear this year. And finally, I want to give a quick shout out to a shorter release. That would be the brand new one from singer-songwriter Angel Olsen, Forever Means. Kind of an afterthought from her last record. I imagine we have a bunch of very simple, stripped back, shimmering ballads on this thing. Just a quartet of songs, very hard-hitting, emotional, and powerful, with stunning vocal performances. While I wouldn't say the instrumentation is super lavish, it's more stark and hollow than anything. The recordings, the production, they're kind of delicate. Still, these tracks end up being a powerhouse of emotion, especially with some of the jazzy nuances and the sax solo on Nothing's Free, and also in the way that things turn up a little bit on the relatively rock-centric closing cut Holding On. But yeah, even though this is an EP, it's a bit of an extra, bit of a detour. I do think this release brings some of her best songs and performances in years, and highly recommend it, and hopefully we hear more like this from Angel in the future. And there you go, gonna leave it there. Those are the releases that I want to throw your way in this video. Love you. You're the best. Over here next to my head is another one that you could check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, albums, great, forever.